Hi ladies, I figured I would do a video update. I haven't done one in a while. I'm just waiting for my husband to get off work. It's Thanksgiving Day, and we didn't really celebrate Thanksgiving today because my husband works, and we celebrated with my parents when they came in. So, yeah, we kind of got some bad news. We went and saw a fertility specialist. He is top in the state, and he's one of the top in the nation, and I will try to post his information in the video so that you can see it and you can look him up if you want. We found out, well, first off, my husband has had low T for about the last 2 years, and the Navy's known about it. They just haven't done anything, because if they were to treat him medically, he would have lost his security clearance, and it would cost them money, and they'd have to put him in a new job, and they just didn't feel like it was worth it to treat him. And so for 2 years he suffered with low T, and him only being, in his early 20s, he was like a 50-year-old man in the sense of his drive, and he was putting on weight. Testosterone is really important for a man to function. And, well, since getting out of the military, we went a week or so ago, and we saw the doctor, fertility specialist, and they said that he's in testicular failure, which means what a 50 and 60-year-old man go through with low T is their testicles are not working. They're slowly stopping working, like a woman going through menopause. And it's what every man goes through. It's what every woman goes through. It's just Aaron is 25, and his are prematurely failing. And we've been treating the low T for the last 6 months with injections. And little did we know that it helps his testosterone level, but it kills his fertility. It's killing a sperm. And so they're doing a semen analysis in 2 weeks to test and see where we're at. I started my period, and we were going to go into the weight loss program together and do that. But now the fertility journey is even more important now that we've found this out. So we have to freeze a sperm because it could be as quick as a few months to a few years. We don't know how quick the complete failure will be. Maybe it won't ever be complete failure, but it'll be enough that we wouldn't be able to conceive ourselves. So we have to come up with that, because that's the only thing our insurance doesn't cover. It's still a significant chunk. Not very many people have $900 lying around to have the sperm tested and frozen. So, thankfully our insurance covers everything else for the IVF, so we're going straight into that. I started birth control a couple days ago. They put me on it for 2 weeks, and then I start injections to stimulate the ovaries so that they can do the egg retrieval, and then we'll go straight into it. So by Christmas, we should at least have put babies in, or know if babies have taken. I mean, the whole process to stimulate the eggs, take the eggs out and put them in, is 2 to 3 weeks. So that's what we're looking at. So we've started that process. It's really sad. It's a sad day to hear that your husband's in testicular failure at 25 years old. But it seems like IVF is the only way we're going to be having children now, because it's just, and I knew something was wrong, because we just weren't conceiving on the Clomid, and normally we conceive. We've also decided to, after this baby, or after we have a child, that we will actually tie my other tube off. I only have one tube, so we're going to just tie the other tube off, so that way we never have to worry about a tubal pregnancy and any of that. So we'll just tie that tube off, and that way we can have unprotected sex, and we can enjoy each other, and then whenever we want to have children again, we'll just do the IVF. I'm a little nervous because I stimulate amazingly, hugely well on the lowest dose of Clomid. And I'm nervous that these injections are going to cause me to like go nuts. And instead of like the average of 9 to 12 embryos that they make, I'm going to have like 30 or 40. And if that's the case, and that is the case, what we will do is we actually plan to store some for ourselves, but if there are extra, that we'll actually donate them to couples in need that need them, because we don't believe in throwing life away in the trash can. We already feel like we need to treat them with as much respect as we can, so we'll actually donate them to couples that need it, need our babies. It's kind of an odd feeling that there actually might be our children out there that we don't know about. But you know, my husband made a good point. They aren't our children. They're our DNA, but they're not our children. That woman carries them. That woman raises them. They're not our children. So we have to look at it that way. And it's true. DNA isn't even 10% of it, really, in being a parent and loving a child. So we decided to do that. We will do the weight loss program, and we will do all that kind of stuff after the baby is born. And after we, go through that, because we want to go through it together. Aaron could continue on the journey himself, but he really wants to do it with me. And I think it's important as a married couple to do it together, So, let me think what else. My sister recently had her baby. She had her baby on baby turkey's due date. That was a little hard for me. But, there's a sense of grow up that myself was telling myself that day. That no woman chooses when they can have their baby. And it's the way it happened. It's life. And as sad as it is for me, I wanted to keep the days separate. Not that I don't love my niece, but I like to have a sad day for myself and then have a celebratory day for her. I didn't want them connected, because I would always remember that day as the day that my child should be here, and I didn't want to have to worry about that. But there was something that was telling myself the whole day that I just needed to grow the hell up. Just grow up. You only have so much control in life, and quit being a baby over it. So